Donna, thank you so much for joining us today. It's been a while since we've chatted, especially here on Channel 18, and I know there's a lot going on at the Barnstable Adult Community Center, and things are a little different right now with COVID and everything that's going on, but I wanted to check in with you and see how things are going. And the biggest thing I want to talk about first is you were recently named the new director of the Council on Aging for Barnstable back in May when Madeline Noonan became the new community services director. So congratulations.
Thank you so much. It's an honor and a privilege to serve the town of Barnstable's older residents in this capacity. Having been the assistant director for over 7 years, I feel that, it's a nice transition, and I'm looking forward to doing my best job and serving the town of Barnstable well.
Wonderful. Well, we're so lucky to have you. 7 years of wonderful experience as the assistant director. They couldn't have chose a better person for the job. So I'm really happy that you're here with us. And
Thank you. I have some big shoes to fill. Madeline was a spectacular director for 12 years. But a wonderful mentor in the assistant director role. And I know I can count on her support also as I make the transition.
Definitely. Now, there's some other staff changes that we want to go over real quick because with everything going on with COVID, people might not realize that two big staff members that I know a lot of people know and love very much have retired. So let's talk about that.
Well, our two beloved, for good reason, outreach coordinators, Judy Red and Claudia Borden, retired this year. They each served the town well for over 20 years. And you're right, that's no exaggeration to say that they were beloved. They know that they came to know the community so well, and they evolved with the needs of the community. And working with them was such a joy and an inspiration, and I learned so much from them. And we will miss them, but the time off is well deserved, and we all wish them a long, happy, and healthy retirement.
Yes, they earned their retirement, and I hope that they're enjoying themselves and whatever they plan to do with their futures. I know that they did so much work for the Barnstable Adult Community Center and the seniors in this town, and it's unfortunate that they had to retire during COVID because they probably would have had a big send-off if we could have done it.
That was the most difficult part of this because they certainly deserved that. Their dedication, professionalism, and level of caring and kindness that they gave to our residents deserved a huge send-off. And it's really too bad that we weren't able to do more.
Mm-hmm. So let's talk about, you've got some new employees. We're going to talk about Jacqueline Easter. She's kind of, stepped in, and is kind of the person, the woman on deck for people to call in. And that's the first thing I want to talk about is that even though the building is closed, you guys are still providing your services. And I think that's the important thing I want people to be aware of is that even though you can't go into the Barnstable Adult Community Center, you can still call and someone will answer the phone.
Thank you so much, Sarah. That is so important. I think that it's easy for people to just assume because they can't come into the building at this point and they don't see the staff visible. Most of them are working remotely at home. I'm here most days, but we're all working our regular hours, working very hard to be here for our older residents, to provide services and support as we all navigate this difficult time we find ourselves in.
So let's talk about some of that support that you guys offer. So I know that the SHINE program is a very big program that you guys help facilitate. And with that comes fuel assistance and some other things. So let's talk about that and how people can still participate.
Certainly. As you mentioned, Jacqueline Easter was our newest hire. She is the outreach coordinator, and Jacqueline comes with a great deal of wonderful experience and knows this community well, which is a total bonus in that type of job. We will be doing appointments a little differently. You can expect to see Jacqueline Easter soon. on Channel 18 to explain how, in particular, our SHINE process is going to happen. For those of you that don't know what SHINE stands for, it's an acronym for Serving the Health Information Needs of Everyone. And the important open enrollment period will start in October and go through December. It's a critical point for people to consider new supplemental programs to their Medicare for hospitalization, drugs, and any myriad of things. There are new programs rolled out every year, and it's a time for people to consider if they want to stay with their program or move to something new. We will be largely with the help of some of our staff members and SHINE volunteers, be doing a lot of the assessments, first of all, by phone. If we do need to meet with someone, we'll be doing some one-to-one appointments with protocols in place, but I will leave that to Jacqueline to explain that process. I do want to remind people, Sarah, that fuel assistance renewals are being mailed this month. Do not throw it away. If you get something from the South Shore Community Action Council, don't throw it away. We're all getting a lot of junk mail these days. That is an important form to hang on to. If you had fuel assistance last year, I'm sure you will qualify again this year, and it makes the process easier to just renew. We do have on our website, and it will come out in our Thrive magazine in the next couple of weeks, a list of all the documents that you need for going into this busy season. And again, Jacqueline will be appearing on Channel 18. But in the meantime, if you have any questions or concerns, you're about to turn 65 and want to know about Medicare, please give us a call. You can call Jacqueline at 508-862-4757. If she doesn't answer, I promise you, all calls are returned within 48 hours. So please be patient. We will get back to you.
Wonderful. I also wanted to touch base about the caregivers. I know that the Adult Supported Day program is not running right now because of COVID, but I know that Stacy is hard at work supporting those caregivers. So let's talk a little bit about how caregivers can get some support that way.
Absolutely. We're so proud, or I'm so proud, and the town can be proud, that during these difficult times, the staff is working to creatively meet the needs of our older residents. And Stacy has been doing a great job with the help of other staff and having contact with most of these families on a daily basis. She has developed some Zoom programs based on some exercise, some entertainment, just support for the family caregivers. This is extremely difficult time for a family caregiver. Most of the supports that were available to them are not available during COVID, and they are providing care for their person 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Stacy also has developed activity packets that she delivers to families, and it gives her, following all safety protocols, of course. And all of this is really helping, people understand that although we're not open to provide the one-to-one in-person services that they're used to, we haven't forgotten them. And there are some great community supports available. We want to get that information out to people. And if you are a caregiver in the community, whether you've had, been part of our day program or, had conversations with us in the past, please reach out. Stacy is available to help you and take your calls. Her number is 508-862-4765. She will also return all calls, and we'll be on Channel 18 sometime soon.
I'm looking forward to chatting with everybody, with Jacqueline and Stacy, and of course Susan Griffin, the activities coordinator. I mean, it must be really, when the start of this all kind of happened, it was like, okay, all of my programs are canceled. what do I do now? And she's really found a way to still provide some talks, and we're working on getting some exercise classes up and running. So let's talk a little bit about the activities, because, Susan is doing a wonderful job.
She really is. Again, another staff member that, at a moment's notice, we're called to rethink how we do things, because we still have our mission to provide support to our older residents, and that includes engagement through programs. And we have switched largely to a virtual format, and it is actually doing extremely well. And I'm very excited about the programs that we'll have available in September and October. And if you don't get our Thrive magazine, please call us to go on our mailing list, and you will get the Thrive magazine with all of the programs that we have to offer. We're also reaching out to community partners for some programs that maybe they are having that our residents are able to join in on. Most of these are actually free of charge. And don't let your fear of Zoom stop you. As Sarah can well tell you, and I think we should have a tutorial on Channel 18 about, it's not as intimidating as it sounds. And once you've done a couple, it really is a wonderful way to expand your knowledge, your social connections, and to find information about programs that are available in the area.
Zoom has become, the way we keep in touch with people nowadays. And it's how you get that face-to-face that you really miss. I mean, until we can be in the same room together, it's really been a way for us to keep people in the community connected, families connected. I think it's been a really great resource for people. And, I do a lot of town meetings, and I will tell you, there's a lot of older residents that are able to get on Zoom, and they're able to use it, and they become really proficient in it. And I don't want people to be scared of it. And we are going to do a tutorial on Channel 18 to help people to understand how to do it and how it works, because it's not scary. All you need is a smartphone, and sometimes you don't even need that. The reason why we chose Zoom for the town is because you can just call in and you can listen.
Thank you for saying that. People don't realize that.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why we chose it, because every Zoom has a phone number, and you just put in a code and you're directly connected into whatever is going on. So even if you don't have a computer, or you don't have a smartphone or a tablet or an iPad, you can still participate. And I think that's really important to, make sure people know all you need is a phone.
I'm so glad you said that, because I have heard a little bit of feedback that it's unfair that people that don't have a computer will be excluded from this type of opportunity. It is very, very easy, and it's a great experience even by phone. I have to tell you, give it a try. There's an 800 number. It's not going to cost you anything to call in, because that's always a concern for people. But if you don't have a computer, or a smartphone, you're not interested in, in that type of communication, you have a telephone and you can take part. And I hope you do. Give it a try.
Yes. And on the subject of phones, let's talk a little bit about the phone support that you guys are providing. I know that you're doing wellness checks, and you're also starting a friendship. I can't remember what we called it, like a phone
Friendship
tree.
phone line.
Yes. So let's talk a little bit about that, because I think phones are that's everybody's lifeline into the world, especially with everything that's going on now. And some people just might need that chat.
Absolutely. Something that, we're all concerned about. And honestly, I think this goes across all age groups, but certainly older adults, particularly those that live alone and maybe, they're a little bit older and they don't have Wi-Fi and the internet, but they're lonely. You can only watch so much daytime television. So we have done reassurance calls, which are basically wellness checks for many, many years. If you are alone and you feel that you would like someone to call you, whether it's 1 day a week, 5 days a week, just to check in and make sure that everything's going well, you don't need any help, please call us and we can put you on that list. But if you're someone that would just like to be part of, whether it's a phone chat group or just a staff member calling you to just check in and see how everything's doing and just have a friendly conversation about whatever you choose to talk about, then please call us. If you call us at our main number, 508-862-4750, Debbie McKenna, a wonderful front desk person who is also manning the phones at home, will be happy to add your name to either list. I don't want anyone to feel that that no one cares about them, or if they need something, there's not a place to go. We are that place. The staff is ready to assist you, whether it's just a friendly chat or a more complicated issue. So please do not hesitate to contact us.
That's wonderful, and I'm so happy that you guys are doing that. Another thing that I wanted to touch on is you're not running Silver Express at this time, but you are providing transportation to appointments. You just need to call and schedule that. Is that how that works?
We can assist people in getting a ride if they're having difficulty with transportation for vital services, whether it's to a doctor's appointment or to pick up pharmacy needs or groceries. Give us a call, because problem solving is a big part of what we do, and we can help you find arrangements that will work for you and for your needs and get you the services or the products or to the important medical appointments, because that is a concern right now, for the medical community, that people are neglecting their health or resistant to following through with those type of things. And sometimes transportation is a barrier to that. So let us help you figure that part of it out. Again, you can give us a call. And if you call the main number, 508-862-4750, we'll have a staff member get in touch with you, and we'll work it out together.
That's great. I also wanted to talk about, I know at the beginning of COVID, when this all happened, you were doing grab and go at the senior center, at the Barnstable Adult Community Center. And I know that you're still running the brown bag program every month. So let's talk a little bit about the nutrition needs and maybe how people can sign up for that or what they can do to get some help.
Well, food insecurity among older adults, especially during this time when people may be reluctant to go into grocery stores for health reasons, or perhaps money's getting a little tight, everything costs so much more now, or it's just access. We have several solutions for you. As you mentioned, we still continue to run our wonderful brown bag program the first Friday of every month. If you qualify for fuel assistance or any of those type of programs, you will qualify for a brown bag. You get a bag of great variety of different foods. The value in this market is probably $100. Groceries have gone up so much. You have the choice of either coming and picking up the bag, or if that is not possible for you, we will actually deliver the bag to you. All you need to do is to call Jacqueline Easter, our outreach coordinator, again at 508-862-4757, and she will take your name, set up all the accommodations that you need, and get the information we need to get this food to you. And this is a partnership with the Greater Boston Food Bank. It's a wonderful program, probably one of my favorites that we offer, and I would encourage people to call. Also, we are the largest Meals on Wheels delivery site in Barnstable County. The meals are delivered out into the community from the Barnstable Adult Community Center. Both brown bag is free. Also, Meals on Wheels is free. There is no income qualification necessary. Everyone over 60 is qualified to receive Meals on Wheels. We have people that have home delivery for meals 7 days a week, and it's a varied menu. The report is the food is quite good, and if you give us a call here or call Elder Services directly, we can add you to the list. For Elder Services, the number is 508-394-4630, and you just ask the operator to contact you, to direct you to the Meals on Wheels coordinator. I highly recommend this, especially to people that have a difficult time, with access to grocery stores and whatnot, or just cooking for them is a challenge now. These are microwave heatable meals, and again, it's a great source of nutrition. You mentioned we did the grab and go in the fall. I have to say there was a wonderful partnership. There's so many great community partnerships going on in Barnstable, and we had a partnership with the Barnstable Public School System, and we were able between March and mid-June to distribute 17,044 meals to older residents in our community.
Wow, that is
It was
amazing.
remarkable. And I have to say, it's the best examples of, a difficult time. People could go into their silos and just worry about their own needs, but the generosity of departments to support each other during these difficult times has been remarkable, and we are very grateful. And we do have some grab and go. Right now, people seem to be doing well. Right now, we're doing Sweet Treat Thursdays, and people can drive through. It's something different each week. We've had ice cream, we've had cupcakes, we've had, our intent is to give something that will lift the spirits. You get to see staff members maybe you miss. You get to let us know if, there's something you need. And we love to see everyone, because I hope you all realize how much we dearly miss you. This has been always a place of activity and laughter, and it's a little strange not to have all of our residents here, but we're still here for you and looking to create opportunities for you. So get our Thrive magazine and sign up for our e-newsletter. We'll even call you with updates if you'd like, but we will have things planned through the fall when the days get a little shorter, it gets a little darker, just to give people a boost.
Definitely. I think we really lucked out with COVID happening in the spring, starting in the spring and going through the summer, because, you do get those longer days. But, when the weather starts to turn and the days get a little bit shorter, it's going to be difficult. So I think it's great for people to know that the Barnstable Adult Community Center will be there for them. We're going to do more programming here on Channel 18 to keep people informed and keep people active and know what's going on. Just have a couple of quick things that we want to touch on. You're not accepting or distributing any medical equipment right now because of COVID. So let's, touch on that quickly.
Sure. And I know that people miss this service. When it is safe and appropriate that we are able to do so, that's something we would reconsider, certainly. If you have a pressing need, again, call us. We'll see what we can do to assist you. Some medical equipment is covered by insurance. Some of it's not. And it could be a situation where someone needs a piece of medical equipment and they can't afford to purchase it. That is something we could help with. So don't feel that we are not able to assist you with those type of needs. We can. You just need to let us know. And I hope you can be patient and understand the reason that we've had to suspend this. But, supportive services such as those, I didn't mention, if you are in an emergency situation in terms of shortage of food, we have set up an emergency food pantry here in one of our larger rooms, and we can put together a bag of food and get it to you. So please, again, we're trying to meet all the needs as quickly as possible that you may have. Just reach out to us.
I think that's important for people to know that you're there as a resource, and that if people just have any questions or want to find out more about anything, you can always call that main number. It's 508-862-4750, and you'll get connected to whoever it is that can help you with what you need. And I think it's so great that you have found a way to continue to provide services to the residents in the town. Donna, is there anything that we didn't talk about today that you feel like we need to mention? We've covered a lot.
Well, I'll just add this. I'm very excited. Again, community partnerships working together to meet the needs of our community. We are going to have a partnership with Channel 18 and have some dedicated hours for folks. There'll be some exercise programs, some entertainment that we have that, you know, should be great for folks to take part in and sing along, and some games and certainly services information, but some really great things. And we thank you, Sarah, and all the folks at Channel 18. You're such a great resource, and you're always willing to step up and help us get the word out. So I think this is going to be another important way to reach our community and assure them that although the doors are closed, we're here for them.
I appreciate that, Donna. We're looking forward to the partnership, and I can't wait to talk to Jacqueline and Stacy and Susan about all the programs and things that they have to offer. Thank you again so much for joining me today, and I can't wait to see more Barnstable Adult Community Center programming here on Channel 18.
Thank you, Sarah. It's always a pleasure. And to everyone in the community, we miss you and we're here for you.